What's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's episode of the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast. You'll notice things are a little different. We're kind of flying by the seat of our pants here because the guy is busy at work. It's hard times, man.
Very hard times.
He's Dusty Rhodes in it right now. But as you can see, I am here. I am your host, the Tutorial Boss Guapo, and with me is the man who Triple H gets all his beard advice from.
That's right.
The one and only Mike Caldwell. Mike, what's up, brother?
Hey, it's been a busy week.
It has indeed been a busy week. So before we get into everything real big, of course, we need to do a few thank yous. But before we even get into the thank yous, want to take a moment to recognize what today is. Today is 9/11. 2001, we lost a lot of people, a lot of great Americans. Okay, that never happens when I'm usually doing this, so I got to hear, his name is John C. It was cool. We did lose a lot of great Americans. We lost a lot of great firefighters. I love you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. That's awesome. Thank you so much. J-Reb, Rick, I appreciate you. Since 9/11, we have come together as a country, and we've divided as a country, but we've done it all as a country. And I just want to take a minute to remember and ask all of you to do the same. We may get down, but we don't get out. That's kind of where I'm at with that. So I do want to ask you to remember 9/11, and in light of recent events, I want to take a moment to say wrestling is an escape. Wrestling is a chance to take all of the crazy and all of the bad and all of everything in the world and just set it aside for a couple of hours and just get away from it. And I hope that Mike and I can make this podcast tonight the same thing for you. An hour and a half to just get away from all the media and all the craziness and all the things that are going on right now. So that is what our goal is tonight, is to give you guys an hour and a half of not having to deal with any of that.
Right.
That being said, let's get into some thank yous. I want to thank Ross and the boys from Labor 12 for our intro-outro music. Track's called Head Rush, album's called Monsters. They got some crazy stuff going on. Like, they're working on their second album. They're putting videos together. You want to check it out, head over to labor12.com. That's laborxii.com. I want to thank Joe and American Legacy for our Not Your Average merch. J-Reb's 3D printing. It's this little piece of, where's that? This little piece of awesome over here. My screen's flipped. This little piece of awesome right here is a J-Reb original. If you've got a logo, something you want to put into a light box, something that looks cool like that, then get a hold of Cameron, jrebs3dprinting.com. He'll get you taken care of. He's doing some like art with Ninja Turtles, and it's freaking awesome. I want to thank HeckYeahRadio.com. If you happen to miss the podcast, shame on you. Well, shame on me. I've missed the last 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Shame on me.
But you see, the last podcast we actually did was from my super secret location.
Well, Heck Yeah Radio has set us up where if you do miss the podcast, you can catch an audio version of it. All you do is head over to HeckYeahRadio.com and click on the Not Your Average Mark button. Thank you to Blind Ambition Studios for all of our great graphics. Thank you to the WrestlingSociety.com for including us in their podcast room. And thank you to the guy. Thank you for putting all of this together and for being available on the phone when I have to do this myself, because I'm not the guy. So I got to get pointers from the guy. So I'm looking over at the chat. Excuse me. Looking over at the chat, and of course, we've got Rick and J-Reb subscribing. Rick for 24 months, J-Reb for 26. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. We've got Dean Stevens. We got Jello saying, I need this chat tonight. Jello, I feel you. That's what we're here for, man. Like I said, this is gonna be our escape from all the crazy. So that being said, I do want to remind everybody that we do have a Discord now. If you haven't been a part of it, what are you doing? Why aren't you here? We do it every Monday night, every Friday night for Raw and SmackDown. We do all the PLEs. We watch them live. We watch them together. We talk about them. It's a good time. So if you're not a part of the Discord, go to our socials. The About tab on any of our socials will give you the link to the Discord. You answer a couple of quick questions and you're in like Flynn. So make sure you're checking out the Discord. Let's talk some wrestling.
Let's do this.
I like it. So let's talk about SmackDown. John Cena. His very last appearance on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Last appearance on the Blue Brand.
After that, you can't see him. There.
Yeah, we're not going to see him there anyway. After this, it's the last time.
Yeah.
I like Cena's promo because he came out. He's like, "Thank you for this. Thank you. You guys have been there with me through the whole thing. Like I got in here. And like this building is where I started my debut on the main roster, and now I'm doing my last SmackDown here. So thank you. And I'm just gonna kick back and I'm just gonna watch because I've given you everything every time, and this time I'm just gonna enjoy and take it all in," which I thought was cool. And out comes Samuel Zayn.
Samuel. Oh.
Sami Zayn comes out and to boos, which I'm not used to. Sami Zayn doesn't get booed very often.
Well, if you have John Cena in the ring and your music comes out, or your music comes on, and you walk out and interrupt John Cena, you're gonna get boos.
Okay, that's fair. I'll give you that one. That is fair. But yeah, Sammy comes out to boos and says, "Wait, don't boo me just yet." I wanted to come out and say personally from me and from everybody in the back, thank you for everything you contributed to this business. Thank you to everything you've done for us, which the crowd was good with. They liked that idea.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "I want to thank you personally from me because you gave a kid a chance at the United States title. And now I'm standing in the ring as the U.S. champion across from John Cena." So it was a good throwback, in my opinion. Like I like the way they did that.
Well, one of the biggest takeaways from that whole thing was the fact that he got the blessing from John Cena to continue on the United States title open challenge.
And I like Cena's response to it. He's like, you want to give up and coming talents a chance to step in the ring with the U.S. champ and shine a light on them? I'm about it. Let's do it. So he gave his blessing. And then Sammy's like, whoa, wait a minute. All those years ago, 10 years ago, you gave me a chance. You gave me a shot at the U.S. title. So if you'll accept, tonight, I want to return that favor and I want to give you a shot at my U.S. title. Make a match. John Cena says, "Me, you, U.S. title? Bring a ref. Let's go."
He said, "What? Ref ain't already here?"
Where the ref at? It was a good, wholesome opening to SmackDown, and I enjoyed it.
Yes, it was. And the back and forth, and you know what I really loved?
What's that?
John Cena went out there and put his heart and soul into everything, and he went out there and he wrestled like Eugene.
He did, kind of. I didn't put that together, but yeah. He might as well, because he wrestled like everybody else, too. Well, we got the Kevin Owens pop-up powerbomb.
Uh-huh.
We got the spear. What else did we get?
Not just the spear. We got the
Edge's spear. And then we got the GTS. Like, he's paying homage to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here for it. I dig it.
The only thing I didn't see was the Stone Cold Stunner.
Well, we're not there yet.
Well,
we still have 4 months.
You know what? No. I'm going to be like the internet wrestling community, and I want it now.
I will mute you. I will mute you. Internet wrestling community.
Hey. Those are the people
that piss me off.
Oh, we're jumping scenes already? We're going to go to grinding gears? I thought
No,
we were
let's
talking
go.
about
No,
SmackDown.
no, we're talking about SmackDown. We're talking about SmackDown. So the match itself, like we had this great intro, and the match lived up to the intro. That's
Yeah.
like we had all the homages in there. Sammy hit the Aluva kick. Like that, there were 2 or 3 spots in this match where I'm like, okay, is Cena going to lose this match? Well, you don't expect John Cena to lose a match, not in his last night on SmackDown ever.
I'll tell you what, that Blue Thunder Bomb, I thought that was it.
I did too, and that was 2 and like 15, 16.
Yes. That it was like that far away from the.
You got to give it to the refs too, because he said. So the match was great. Of course, there was not a clear winner in this match because it went to no contest due to one Brock Lesnar showing up and just annihilating everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild. Brock Lesnar looks more like a beast now than he did when he was in before.
Okay. On the real. Somebody needs to go into catering and get and get 2 different swabs. One for one Brock Lesnar,
Okay.
and the next one for Otis. Because, oh my God, it's uncanny.
It is. It really is. Before we go on, talk more about SmackDown, look over at the chats. We've got Jello saying you might want to consider doing a watch along for next week's NXT Homecoming. That's up to you guys. If you guys want to do a watch along for NXT Homecoming, then by God, we're going to do a watch along for NXT Homecoming. Like, I do the watch alongs for you guys. So let me know. If y'all want to do it, we're going to do it.
Do you get the antenna in here?
Don't need it.
Oh. Okay. You got this? Okay. Because my antenna doesn't get NXT over at the house.
No, I can get NXT in here.
Oh, well, then I will be in the watch along if that's what you're doing.
Hell yes. Watch it. If everybody decides they want to, then we'll have a Monday night watch along, a Tuesday night watch along, and a Friday night watch along.
It's a lot of watch alongs.
I do need to put it out there now. I will not be doing a watch along. I'm going to go ahead and set it up and let it play so anybody that wants to watch it can. But I will not be here to do the watch along for WrestlePalooza. That's the same night as Squared Circle Pro, and yours truly will be ring announcing at Squared Circle Pro.
What if you did a watch along the following day?
I could do that if you guys want to do a replay watch along. We can do that kind of like we did with the Paris show. Like I said, just let me know. J-Reb says daily watch alongs. I mean, there is wrestling pretty much every day.
There is.
But that would make me have to watch the
We're not doing that. No.
I've already done that once, and my eye still twitches every now and then. Like,
that was a bad show, too.
No. Okay, it was a bad show. But without watching that show, I would not have heard the great philanthropist say the words, "We will have a talkie-talk."
This is true. Okay. We had one good thing out of an entire 2 hours worth of programming.
Agreed. But let's not get into that. Let's get back to SmackDown. So we had Damian Priest versus Aleister Black, which I have heard so many people bitch, moan, and complain about this match because they didn't build it up enough and it wasn't what it could be. Shut up and watch the show. I thought this was a good match. They're very well suited to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the storyline they're building in this, and notice I said that, building, not already built, is going to be good. And I think we're going to get some big matches out of it. Yeah. This particular match, Aleister Black was just a madman.
Mm-hmm.
Like the, I forget what his kick is called.
Black Mass?
Yeah, the Black Mass he did, it was brutal. Just ugly.
Very.
His Meteora was cool though.
Yeah.
Like there were good points to this match. I enjoyed the match. It was a little not to jump in with the IWC or anything, but it did drag a little bit. But I think that's okay. Like, you can't be balls to the wall all the time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, for what it was, I enjoyed it. Like Jello says, two big men beating one another. How can you go wrong? It was a good match. I liked it. We had a segment where Carmelo Hayes, him,
Mm-hmm.
was trying to ask for a match. And, of course, here comes The Miz and says, we want a tag team title match. Gimme. So that's going to happen.
But he was trying to get away from the Wyatts.
Yeah, well, that's not happening because now they have a tag team title match that should be on tomorrow night.
Well, Penrose on his nose.
A little bit, but I'm down. I like and I don't like the whole Miz don't miss thing. I think it's a good concept, and I think that they make a good team, but I think they're pushing it too hard. Which is kind of the concept, is the Miz is pushing it real hard.
Well, it's the how much more uncomfortable is Carmelo Hayes going to get before he breaks.
And that's what I'm waiting for, is him breaking and then breaking Miz.
But Miz is such a good heel. Such a good heel. He has that face that you just want to punch.
Kick, knee, go to sleep.
All that good stuff.
Chair, high five.
All the things.
Chair.
All the things.
All the things. I'm interested to see how that's going to go with the Wyatts. I don't see the Wyatts dropping the titles anytime soon.
No.
But I am interested to see how that one plays out. And I think it's going to be used as a match to further the infighting between Miz and Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
So
I honestly think that there's going to be some sort of situation where Carmelo Hayes has the match won, and Miz is going to do what he's been doing, and Miz is going to lose.
Mm-hmm. And that's when it's going to blow up. So we had Julia, our Women's Intercontinental Women's US champion,
Mm-hmm.
against Mishin. This was a good match too. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Julia fan. She's cool. I just don't. Maybe I don't understand the hype before she came in.
Julia is a very good in-ring competitor, but she very much is lacking in the personality department.
Yes.
Which is one of the reasons why they gave her the mouthpiece.
Right.
Which you kind of see that. I don't even remember her name.
The mouthpiece?
Yes.
Kiana James.
Kiana James. Yeah. I can kind of see Kiana James getting together with a couple of people where English is not their first language and being that Jim Cornette or that Bobby the Brain Heenan situation, because I mean they're not pushing her anytime soon.
Well, I mean, she's the champ.
No, Kiana James.
Oh no! She's going to be in a manager, and honestly, she fits the manager role. She fits it well. Like, I like her as a manager. This match, lots of back and forth, lots of good in this match, and a lot of it in Mishin's favor.
Mm-hmm.
This close. Mishin was this close to winning that match. And I think that's a good thing, because she's been
She has been the chaser for that title since its inception.
I'm trying to find a nice way to say this. Mid-card mediocrity, she's kind of been stuck in that for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the fact that they are starting to let her shine a little bit. And she has been chasing that title. So I'm going to tell you something. I'm glad you're sitting down. Did you know AJ Lee came back? What? Did you
No.
did you hear the so we get Punk out talk or we get Becky out talking.
Mm-hmm.
Becky's talking and she says Chicago sucks and all their teams suck and CM Punk sucks.
You notice she did not say anything about the Bears.
This is true. She did not say anything. That's because that's her husband's favorite football team.
Mm-hmm. Because I think her husband would have came out and assaulted her for that.
Right. It'd be him and Punk fighting over who gets to go out there first. You don't talk about a man's football team. All you Raider haters. Yeah. Just saying. But no, she says everybody sucks. CM Punk sucks. And of course, here comes CM Punk. Tells Becky, this ain't about you. It's about your coward ass husband standing up there in the crowd. And she goes, no. It's about me. It's all about me. Because who would have thought that, it's all about Becky.
Well, I don't know if you realize this or not, but the universe she is the center of the universe. And if you don't believe me, just ask her. She'll tell you.
Well, and she's not the only one saying it. Sports Illustrated.
That's right.
Yeah, I might have stole her shtick a little bit. But let me ask you this. How many Becky Lynches does it take to screw in a light bulb?
I don't know. I'll play your silly little game. What is it?
1. She holds the light bulb and the whole world revolves around her.
Okay.
And she plays it well, too. She plays it really, really well. Well, Punk comes out, says what he has to say, and she's like, I can't even believe you came out here. You should be embarrassed. I slapped you and beat you. Look, this is what I did. Pop, pop, pop. What are you going to do about it? And he gets out of the ring. He says, I would never hit a woman. But I got somebody who will. Cue the music. Light it up. The place went nuts.
The place go banana.
The place go banana, man. It was a good comeback. And how in the world does she not look any different at all than she did 10 years ago?
She actually does.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does. She has more abs now.
She does have more abs now. And her Converse are different colors.
This is true.
Seriously, look at Punk 10 years ago when he came back, and notice that correlation as well. Punk came back after 10 years, and then AJ came back after 10 years. Like, that was kind of cool. But you look at Punk when he came back after 10 years, and you look at AJ, and one of these things is not like the other.
That's because us men age gracefully with a lot of gray hair.
And she doesn't age at all.
No, apparently
AJ Lee is a vampire. I'm figuring this out. Camino over in the chat. Camino, what's up, buddy? Glad you're here.
Yeah, well, at least you and Jello are on the same page.
Jello knows she's a vampire. Like, have you ever seen her in a mirror? Just saying. AJ Lee's a vampire.
Stay out from behind cars.
It's not a safe place to be anyway. But no, she comes back and she sat in the ropes and she did a little wave thing to Becky, and the look of sheer panic on Becky's face when that music hit. And you got Seth Rollins going. So they played it off really, really well. And it was great to see AJ come back. And we ended the night with the slap heard around the world.
No, she beat the brakes off of her.
We had, 3 Thez presses? And then picked her up,
the Fury,
held her by the hair, and then bam, knocked her all the way out of the ring where Punk had to scoop her up and take her to the back.
No, Rollins had to.
I mean Rollins. I don't know why I said Punk. Rollins had to scoop up Becky and take her to the back.
Rollins had to wait at the edge of the guardrail until Punk got in the ring before he decided to come over. Well, because he ain't stupid.
He's not. We have the OTB Lilith Blood in the chat saying vampires everywhere. I agree. Becky sold that like Triple H sold Cactus. 100%. That slap, she sold it so well. And kudos to Becky for that. I know I'm making jokes about the world revolving around her, but she sells like no other.
Don't get me into that right now because we'll get in the grinding gears.
We're not granted yours today.
Okay.
But no, Lilith, I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. So that was SmackDown. We end SmackDown with CM Punk and AJ Lee embracing in the ring. It was awesome.
And AJ Lee found something that Becky dropped.
She might, possibly, potentially have forgotten her belt. AJ was just holding on to it.
See, when you're a champion, apparently these things happen.
I mean,
you leave the belt. You leave the belt in the back of the Uber, and it disappears. You forget it in the belt case at the house.
you leave it in the ring for AJ Lee to take.
I mean, see, it's a regular occurrence.
It happens like that sometimes. All in all, I was really, really happy with SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
From the matches were good. Don't get me wrong. I'll never say anything bad about the matches. But the intro with Cena and going out with AJ, pure genius.
It's good bookends to a whole night.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm happy to give that one an A. Jello saying AJ was just keeping him warm. That's all. So that takes us into Raw. And how do you start off Raw? With the Usos. Now notice what I said. I said the Usos. I didn't say main event Jey Uso. I didn't say Big Jim. I said the Usos because they both came out. And it was awesome. They come out and they needed to talk about the vision. They ready to fight. Bronson Reed, or how did Jay stumbled all over that, and it was great. There's a Braun, to Bronson, to Braun, LeBron James. I don't care. Braun. Like he was all over that. Well, this of course brings out the Killer Bees, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker.
We just need to submit that. Hey, Triple H, I know you're watching.
Why wouldn't he?
So we just need to go ahead and call them the Killer Bees. That way it saves you promo time and that you could give somewhere else.
And you can't call them the Brons anymore because what? But they come out and they're talking about, you know what? We took out your tribal chief. He's in the hospital. He's not here. And Jimmy shuts him down. Says, you know what? I don't understand you. Your biggest problem is you take orders from Paul Heyman, the wise man. AKA, well, I don't remember what's
the Walrus.
AKA the wise man. And the part that cracked me up, he says, he was supposed to say the Oracle. He says, AKA the Orca. And Jay says he built like one. And broke Jimmy completely. Like Jimmy started to talk and had to turn around and walk. Because he broke him completely with that.
And as our cousin Roman says,
the
dumbass.
It was good, and it looked like it was finna be a fight, but Bronson Reed's like, no, stop. We ain't gonna do it. We're not doing it tonight. We ain't fighting tonight. However, LA Knight, had a different idea about that because he came out, t-shirt, baseball cap, and just swinging. He's beating them both down, and he gets down by the ring. They start fighting him back, and I'm wondering because the Usos are just standing there like, what the hell's going on over there? And of course, they get LA Knight down. They stand up. The Usos come through the ropes, take them out. It was a whole thing. They get in the ring. They're all talking to each other. Jay is in the corner going, oh, my ribs. And LA Knight gets tossed over there and he stops. He's like, no, we're good. And Bronson Reed comes through and LA Knight says, nope. Gets on out the way. And so Jay takes a splash in the corner. And he's not happy about it. No, he is not.
Not in the least.
As a matter of fact, him and Jimmy talk about it. Said, look what he did. Why am I going to help him? Well, I'm supposed to just forget about that? No, he's on his own. We need to talk about us. You know, Jimmy's like, you don't even sound like you. You know what you sound like? You sound like Roman.
Well, maybe I should start talking like Roman.
This
ain't working.
We're getting Main event: Jey Uso heel turn.
No question is when.
Well, it just kind of started. I mean, I'm Spirit LA Knight.
Okay.
We'll talk about that in a minute. He's talking to his brother, like, forget this dude, forget that dude. I feel like we're getting a heel. Dude. Well, you said something to me before the show started about a rumor you heard. Unsubstantiated rumor, mind you. We haven't made sure this was a true and positive thing. But what was the rumor you heard?
The rumor I heard was there's something going on with Roman where his bones are not doing what they need to be doing. And he may be stepping away.
In which case you put Jey in that Roman Reigns spot. And this is a good way to transition that. So that is a possibility.
Yep.
So the match breaks up, or the intro breaks up, and LA Knight goes back to talk to my hero, Adam Pearce, and says, I want either one, Braun Breaker, Bronson James, or Bronson Reed, LeBron James, Brawny. If their name's Braun, I don't whoop his ass.
Yep.
Which Adam Pearce is like, okay, you can have Bronson Reed tonight. How about that? He says, yeah. So we've got a match set up for the end of the night now. We go from that into the phenomenal. Glad we're not in France because they'd already start singing. AJ Styles versus El Grande Americano, because Grande kind of cost him a match.
Mm-hmm.
He loaded the mask and right in the ribs.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have a match with AJ Styles and El Grande Americano, and it's good. It's a great match. I'm still gonna call him El Grande Austriano because it's a big guys. Come on, guys. So that you put him and AJ Styles in a ring together, you're gonna get a good match. You're gonna get good moves. But we got Dose. El Grande Americano number 2 showed up during the match.
They're just gonna start multiplying like the Villanos.
I just want to see the 3 of them hit the ring and do the Spider-Man thing. I need to see that. I need that in my life. It's going to be hilarious. In the end, AJ Styles gets the win with Styles Clash.
That sequence that they did right there at the end, that was freaking awesome.
It was. I will give you that. They pulled off a hell of a sequence. Now, we did not get to see this because it happened during commercial. However, on social media and on Netflix in other countries, AJ Styles cut a promo. He said, I'm all by myself now. I don't have Gallows. I don't have Anderson. Mission's on SmackDown. I'm all by myself now. Seems pretty obvious to me somebody doesn't want me here. Like I'm being set up to lose because somebody doesn't want me here. What does that mean? Obviously, it's a work. I mean, let's go there. WWE wouldn't have put it out if it was not supposed to be said.
Mm-hmm.
So it's obviously a work, but what are they working here? That's what I would like to know. Who is it then? Like, is Chad Gable going to come back, or is Dom going to do it? Is Liv Morgan running the WWE now? Is that what this is?
That's what it is.
He messed with her Dom. What's it going to be?
Well, obviously, we're not getting a AJ Styles Triple H match. That's just not happening.
Well, that's just not going to happen. Triple H will not be stepping back in the ring.
No, ever.
Because, heart problems. The man nearly died.
But wouldn't it be cool to see Scrap Daddy versus AJ Styles?
Bring that all day, every day. And as much as I love AJ Styles, I got my boy Scrap Daddy AP every time.
Yeah.
That would be a good match. Adam Pearce versus AJ Styles. Trips? Call me later. We'll talk about it. That takes us into Lyra Valkyria versus Raquel Rodriguez. I love Lyra. I do. But we're getting into a rut with her. Come in strong, get beat down, build back up.
Do something that she makes a mistake and then gets beat.
Oh, we've got Janine Wade in the chat. Janine, what's up? Glad you could be here.
Good to see you, Janine. Or see your chat anyway.
I think this was a good match. There were some cool moves. Lyra, bless her heart. That's the South thing. Bless her heart. She tried really, really hard to get that power bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's hanging in the air trying to get Raquel over. Finally gets her down and only gets 2 count out of it. I felt bad for her.
I mean, it built a lot of anticipation, which is what it was supposed to do.
Built some damn abs. Did you see the way she just holding herself?
Mm-hmm.
Golly.
I couldn't do it.
No, hell no. Not in a heartbeat. Or not any day of any week could I do that.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, Raquel Rodriguez does get the win, which I hate to hear because I really do like Lyra. But then, I don't know if I told you or not, AJ Lee came to Raw. In 10 years, AJ Lee's been on Raw. And she comes out, and it was great. She comes out and says, for those of you that don't know me, for those of you that weren't around and saw your parents get really, really excited, really, really happy, and didn't know what was going on, I'm AJ Lee. I am your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. Which I done that she did that.
Yeah, obvious.
And she starts talking about, I went out, I got some therapy, I had to get away for a little while.
Therapy.
There was a therapy chant.
Yes.
Like, what? There was a therapy chant, and I'm kind of here for it.
It
kind of dig it.
It was good for the return. Please don't make that again.
Yes, please don't make that again. But she talks about everything, and then Becky comes out. Becky's so pissed. I am the best woman out here, and I'm not the only one who says it. Which the crowd there was not happy. But she wants her belt back. Bottom line, she wants her belt back. And AJ Lee says, "Oh, I didn't even realize I still had this. My bad." So we could do this one of 2 ways. She puts the belt on the mat and says, "You can come in here and get it, but you risk me blacking that other eye." Because Becky had a hell of a shiner.
Oh, yeah.
So you risk me blacking that other eye, or you can agree to a match. A tag team match. AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Becky and Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins had come out by this point and says, no, we're not going to do that. And Becky agreed. He said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to take that belt. Because I am the world champion. And so he walks over and AJ Lee, being AJ Lee, jumps in front of him and smiles all big. And he steps over and she steps over and says, no, say hi. And he starts getting right in her face. And she kind of steps to the side like this, and CM Punk waylays him. Which, I don't know for sure, but I feel like potentially upset Seth Rollins a little bit because he says, you got the match. Which Becky was not happy about.
Yeah, he was sleeping on a hotel couch that night.
Becky was not happy about this. Not happy at all.
Do you blame her?
Oh, no, she has to deal with AJ Lee now.
After she gets her eye back together again.
Yeah, after she fixes the whole eye. Just a little bit of makeup.
Do you realize whenever she pulled those ginormous Seth Rollins glasses off of her face and showed that shiner, whenever she was going to put them back on, she poked herself in the eye with the earpiece?
I saw that.
So, yeah, good stuff.
She has got to stop wearing those Seth Rollins shades. She's got to stop. And I'm going to tell you why. Because she's got these shades on that are this big, and she takes them off, and her face is this tiny.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work. So once everything calms down, we go to the next match. Penta, the smooth operator himself, versus Rusev. Big bastard.
Bulgarian.
Him too.
Anywho's.
This was a good match. I enjoyed this one because you had the power and just the brute force of Rusev, and the speed and the I guess ring awareness of Penta, and it made for, I guess, a stark enough difference in wrestling styles that it kept the entire match interesting.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I kind of had to do a double take. I'm not gonna lie. I had to make sure it was still Monday. It better not still be Monday.
Well, it's still Monday.
It's Thursday now.
Look, if you take the amount of sleep I've had, set it next to the number of cups of coffee I've had, this is a dangerous combination. Don't mess with me about days.
No, just trying to say, we did this already once a couple of years ago in the other place.
In the clown show, this was a thing. Yes.
But this was a way better match.
Yeah, this was a
way better quality in this.
This was the proper version of that match.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but the two really do have some good chemistry.
They do, and you don't expect that because, like I said, there's such a stark difference in their style.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't expect to see that, and it was really cool that we did.
Well, Rusev always thrives on somebody that creates movement.
Yes,
and
Penta makes a lot of freaking movement.
So it was a very good contrast in styles, and it worked.
When it was all said and done, Rusev comes away with the W on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Well fought match, and I don't think it'll be their last
day.
Yeah, thank you, New Day. The New Day. Yeah, the New Day and Big G. Because, they don't have Big E no more now. They have Big G. Grayson Waller. Came out, caused the interference. Rusev gets the win because of it. I kind of agree with Jello on that in the chat, saying New Day's act is getting old.
Well, you do know that they're actually getting ready to change the name, right?
I hadn't heard.
Well, you have a guy, Big G. Where's he from?
Australia.
So they're not going to know. They're no longer going to be the New Day. They're going to be the New Day. I'm not joking. That I've actually heard. I've heard things.
Trips don't let that.
Hey, I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying it's out there in the ether.
All right, so we might have to get away from that now. Nikki Bella versus Asuka. I really like that Nikki came back, and especially, with the women's division, what it is right now, it's cool that she's come back as one of the forerunners, and she's not quite there yet, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I may catch some hell from this, and if you're part of the internet wrestling community, Asuka carried this match.
She did.
Like, heavily.
Very much so.
I love Nikki Bella, and I think she's doing a cool thing. I think she needs to spend about a month down in NXT and get reacquainted with the ring. That's a personal opinion. Nobody else has to share that, but that's how I feel. A month in NXT would do her really, really well. The match was good, but you could tell Asuka was carrying that match. That was my only problem.
Well, while Nikki has been away, Asuka has stepped into that role as she is the ring general for the female division.
I'll give you that.
And I love the chip on the shoulder that Asuka has now.
I
'Cause
don't.
I'll do what I want to because you aren't ready.
I like it and I don't. I like the way she's doing the like interrupting people and being like, yeah, okay, whatever, and going on with what she needs to say. I don't like what they're doing with Kyrie.
Kyrie seems to be a backstage player on this whole deal. Going look on the outside, looking in, going, "Something's not right." But I'm going to be awkward and just kind of look at whoever you're talking to and shrug whenever
No,
you
what
walk
it's
away.
what it's going to be is Io-san. So gets yelled at. I don't like it. That's Kyrie freaking saying,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, don't like it, but I feel like it's going to go somewhere that I am going to like. Jello in the chat saying, Guapo, stop saying stuff while I'm typing it. Great minds, man. We think alike, you know? That brought us to the main event. LA Knight versus Bronson Reed. Or
Bronson Reed.
I'm going to let you talk about this one. I had a family emergency I had to take care of, so I didn't really get to watch this match. So,
Well, all in all,
while you're talking about it, I'm going to get some water.
sensuous.
You need some too?
Yes. Really and truly, it was a good match. It was a back and forth deal, but it kind of led to a deeper story with uh with the Usos' involvement, and so there was a lot of chaos that ensued. And the main takeaway that we had is Jey Uso coming back, even though he said he was leaving, and he handled up on LA Knight at the end of this deal. So Bronson Reed got the win.
However,
Yes, Aaron. He got screwed. Yeah.
However, after the match, I did get to see about that too.
Okay.
So the Usos come out. Well, Big Jim comes out. And then the fight ensues, and who hits the ring? But the guy that was leaving and saying, I ain't helping him for nothing. Jey Uso shows up. And they fight off the Vision, and everything's good. And LA Knight's talking to Jim, and it's like, everything, this is great. And he turns around straight into a spear from Jey.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's two ways you can go about that. You can look at it as, oh my God, Jay's turning heel. He just speared LA Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can look at it as like, all right, you got me a minute ago. There's your receipt. We're done.
Yeah. But all in all, one way or another, it makes sense, right?
It does. It does make sense. And
that's the thing about WWE in a whole is a lot of the things that they do, though it may not be exactly what we would do, it still makes sense.
Right, and that's why I say WWE is in the greatest era they've been in a very long time, because their storylines make sense now. We haven't had storylines do this well and make this kind of sense since the Attitude Era. And that was a whole different. We're not doing grind your gears tonight, but I'm still going to throw this out there. If I hear one more person say this is just Attitude Era 2.0, no, it's not. You will never recreate the Attitude Era. That was a moment in time that you can't get back.
Mm-mm.
What Triple H has managed to do is make an edgier product without making it Attitude Era 2.0. And I give him all the kudos for that.
Yeah, because we're actually having women's matches instead of bra and panties matches. We're actually doing things the right way this time. And we're getting there is a lot of flack, and I'm included in some of this because I will say sometimes I feel like the main event of each program should go to a win or loss situation, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. More times than not, it doesn't. So yeah, that's a personal thing for me, but all in all, whenever you have 52 weeks of television, and that's 104 episodes,
Mhm.
not counting your Saturday night's main events,
Not
not counting your PLEs,
Yep.
not counting your NXT stuff. I mean, we have a lot of content in the WWE thing that Triple H is making work right now.
Kudos to him too, because all the storylines, and I can't help but think he's like, okay, this is September 11th. In August of 2026, we're going to do this. Like, I think he's got it that far out.
And it's good.
Jello saying only downside right now is too many aftermatch beatdowns. I mean, I kind of see that.
Okay. If you go to the other channel, there's way more.
Speaking of the other channel, I don't have a cool little song and dance thing going on because I'm doing this and the guy's not. But it's time for Notes from the Clown Show.
Yes, it is. Circus.
That's the intro you get tonight. Tony Khan, I don't know if you knew this or not, is a clown.
No.
Yes. And
Really?
And he's got clowns on his show. That's why we call it the Clown Show. And people are starting to understand that it's a clown show. And why do I say that people are starting to understand that it's a clown show? Because for the first time, their ratings have dipped below 500,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's the lowest ratings they've had since their inception.
We had whenever we first started, like I got a mouse in my pocket and I'm talking about myself. Whenever Tony Khan started, he had a solid million viewers, 900,000 to 1,000,000. Fast forward 1 year, we're at 850,000. Fast forward another year, we're at 800,000.
It's been a steady decline, and that decline has finally gotten to them. And Rick always good with the numbers. 1.4 million day one.
That's
and under 500,000 now.
On a regular schedule. There wasn't any kind of okay, well, we have to preempt this because we have a basketball game, so we need to bring this to a later hour or anything like that. No, it's in the same spot it's been in for how many years now?
5.
And we are it's people are turning it off.
Rick, again, they've lost 1 million as of last week. 1 million people have decided this is the clown show. Which I invite all 1 million of them to come check out the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast. But yeah, the ratings the ratings are bad. And does this sound familiar to you? 5 years they've been there. Tony Schiavone's there. The inmates are running the asylum. Got WCW written all over it.
Really?
All we're waiting for is like Hangman Adam Page to give somebody the finger poke of doom. Like that's all that's missing at this point. I got you with that one, didn't I? Jello says Paramount Skydance putting in a cash bid for Warner Brothers Discovery. I mean, if they get it, do you think Paramount Plus sticks with what AEW is currently doing, given their decline in viewership?
No. Would you?
No, of course not. Rick saying WCW ended because their network pulled the plug. True, WCW did end because the network pulled the plug, but why did the network pull the plug?
Because the network was losing millions of dollars.
Putting on that wrestling show. And I see the same thing for AEW if they don't make some changes. And I don't want that. As much shit as I talk about Tony Khan and AEW, I want AEW to be there and I want them to thrive because competition makes for good television.
Yes.
So I want them to thrive, but they refuse to make changes. And what kind of things is it that cause people to stop watching? I'll give you a good example. The gummy bears. Your EVPs.
Former
EVPs. Yeah, that's right. They lost a match. They come out. They have a bag. We all know what the bag is. We've all seen the bag. We all recognize the bag. There's fixing to be some thumbtacks. And they empty the bag, and the bag is full of gummy bears. Oh, yes, I said gummy bears. Haha, funny moment. I can live with that. But instead of taking it as a funny moment and getting back to the fight, they used the gummy bears like they were tacks. Like they filled, I don't remember who they were going against, but they filled their mouth with gummy bears and then kicked them in the chin. Rick said, my point is, once AOL took over, WCW was on borrowed time. If Paramount gets Discovery, same scenario could happen. It very well could. I agree. And Jello saying AEW is in danger of becoming the number 3 wrestling promotion. Well, I mean, number 4 if you count BCW.
Damn. Really? I appreciate that, but we've got a lot of work to go.
But we could get there.
Yeah, we need. Hey, if there's any other millionaire guys that have a football team and want to do some wrestling, call me.
But that's just one example. I can give you another one. How have we gotten to the point? I absolutely adore Timeless Tony Storm. Absolutely adore her. Some of the best character work on AEW, without question.
I'll agree.
And we're going to drop it to a match where I think it was Sky Blue. I don't remember because I don't watch. But I think it was Sky Blue. Staples her. Staple gun. Staples both ass cheeks, both breasts, and right between the legs. How did we get there? How do we get there? All the great things Tony Storm can do, and we're diluting it down to that. It drives me insane.
Yeah.
Yes, it was the ECW arena, but still. Pull out a kendo stick and beat the hell out of her.
Okay, the ECW arena, yes, we did have hardcore matches. Yes, we had tables. Yes, we had violence. But you know what? Challenging anybody that runs that arena to do something that ECW used to do also, which was really good technical wrestling.
Yep. Rick's saying I'm just giving you the why. I'm not saying it's good. And I appreciate it, Rick. But yeah, the staple thing, yes, it's the ECW arena. I get that. But still, even in ECW, they say that for the jabronis. Tony Storm is not.
You say New Jack was?
No, New Jack would do that to jabronis.
Ah, okay.
And some people who weren't jabronis. And some people who weren't even wrestlers. New Jack was a whole different thing. If you don't know who New Jack is, you need to go YouTube to New Jack. or some New Jack from ECW. Go check it out. That is Notes from the Clown Show.
Well, you know what? I'm impressed with your notes from the clown, sir.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
I'm impressed like a fart in church with that.
it. Nice. Told you we're going to leave the jokes to me. We'll discuss it after. Speaking of things to discuss, this Saturday night, live at the TMW Event Center, Levelland, Texas, BCW Live to Rise.
Yep.
It's our show that allows us an opportunity to show our appreciation to our first responders by giving them 2 hours of just straight action.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it. Let's have a little talky talk.
Okay, let's have a talky talk.
Let's have a little talky talk. Some fairly big matches in this. Let's talk about Damien. What? If New Jack was alive, he'd be having death matches in AEW as we speak. I don't know. Sometimes the truth hurts to hear. It really does.
You are not wrong, Janine.
It is going to be awesome. Absolutely it is. And I feel like the first thing we need to talk about is Damien Blood.
Okay.
Absolutely scathing promo about the Guerrilla Militia, about Big Sid, about Chris Watson. George truly spent a number of hours that I won't quantify editing that so that we could put it out.
It was a lot. That was a lot of words.
That was a lot of words. He is fuming hot. And so we now are going to end up with a match that is Bloodlust. Damien Blood, the OTB Lilith Blood, going up against the Guerrilla Militia. Who is it going to be in the Guerrilla Militia? I don't know. They're keeping it close to the vest. Here's what I was told. I was told that we'll find out day of what combination it's going to be, because in his promo, Damien Blood said it could be 1 on, or it could be 2 on 2, 2 on 4, 2 on 12. He don't care.
Yep. In the heat of a moment, right after 5 matches,
that he got screwed out of the last one by one Christopher Watson.
So, yes, I do see where he open mouth insert foot. Do you realize I went over to the Guerrilla Militia Facebook page, and there's like 40 guys.
They have a team. They're mucho gorillas.
So instead of 100 men versus 1 gorilla, we just may end up having 100 gorillas versus Bloodlust.
And I'd still put my money on Bloodlust.
Okay.
Every time.
How's your chest?
We got to go there. Why you living in the past? Why we can't talk about the Bloodlust and the Gorilla? Why you got to come at me like that?
Because I'm just trying to refresh your memory on what these guys are capable of. Damien Blood, I love you to death, but you have opened my building to anarchy, and not the good kind.
True. Very true. So I guess we will find out what combination. I mean, he did say, 12 on 2, so could we cap it at 12?
I mean,
there's got to be a loophole here somewhere. Because now you got me worried, because there is like 40 of them on the Facebook page. We got to talk before Saturday.
And we only booked one other one in a match.
I know. That leaves 39 others. Yeah, we got to talk after this. Uh, I'm going to put it out there. I have faith in and I put my support behind Bloodlust 100%.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with I got chopped in the chest. It has nothing to do with it has maybe a little bit to do with getting put to sleep in the ring. But when that happened, who came out and cleared that ring?
Damian Blood.
Damian Blood. You damn straight.
Who stayed behind the curtain? This guy. Because I ain't stupid.
It's going to be a fight. Bottom line, that one is going to be an all-out brawl. So, Guapo, I would be. I may have to, Janine. There's a curtain. I know the building well. I know where the exits are.
Exits.
Exit. Yeah. It's gonna be that one's gonna be a fight, and I'm here for it. Like, I will say, the crowd's gonna get exactly that, a fight, not a match, not a bell to bell, a fight.
Okay.
So
let's just hope that we have enough custodians to pick up the pieces of this afterwards.
Yes. Since we're talking about the guerrilla militia, I put out a notice to the guerrilla militia.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem that in May they left with some property that's not theirs.
Yes.
They didn't win him.
Uh-huh.
They didn't even have a match trying to win him.
Right.
But they left with the BCW old school tag team titles.
Yes, I am aware of this. And how many phone calls did I end up telling you?
Look, do you remember what happened to me? You want to go blazing, guns blazing in there at them? No, you can't do that. You have to do proper way.
Okay.
So I just give them a notice, and we will. One of two things is going to happen at this show. Either we are going to receive our belts back, or there's going to be legal action taken. There will be law enforcement officials in the building. So we're either going to get our belts back, or there's going to be legal action.
I'm glad we're going to have law enforcement in the building.
Probably some paramedics too. I'm hoping that goes smoothly. You've seen the history with the guerrilla militia. I do stand behind what I said in my notice that if they want those belts, I do encourage them to win them.
Yeah.
Get in the ring and win them.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
So that's something that's going to be taking place. We have a match that came together in a scenario much like you see right now. The two of us sitting here talking.
Mm-hmm.
I checked the voicemails, and 4 people all want to go after the same champion.
Mm-hmm.
So we came up with the Texas 5-alarm heat match. So
yeah,
this is a big match. This is 5 people going for the same title, going for the BCW Texas title. No champion's advantage. Disqualifications count. You can only win this match by pinfall or submission in the ring.
That's correct.
And the winner of that match walks away with the BCW Texas title.
Mm-hmm.
We have Emilio Guzman. We have the Good Doctor, Marcus MD. We have Father Padge making his way out of Oklahoma to the BCW Texas. We have CD Cash by way of his manager, Nick Kaiser.
Mm-hmm.
And we have, or might have to say had, Marty Snow.
Yes.
We have a little bit of news regarding that. You want to tell him? You want me to tell him?
I got a phone call from Marty Snow yesterday. Apparently, he has done something to his back, and his doctor has advised him that at this moment in time, participating in said wrestling matches is not a good thing for him. But,
however, we promised you a Texas 5-alarm heat match, and a Texas 5-alarm heat match is what you're going to get. You will still get our BCW Texas champion Emilio Guzman. You will still get Father Padge out of Oklahoma. You will still get Marcus MD, the good doctor himself, and you still get CD Cash. But as of today, the fifth entrant into that match is the one, the only, Brian Rage Rivera.
A man that knows each and every one of those guys very well.
Yes. So,
and while we're on this subject, I would like to make an official statement.
Okay. Floor is yours.
It is not just because these people made a phone call and left a voicemail that they get this opportunity.
Listen, Jesse.
I wasn't going to name names.
I'm naming names. He named mine. He comes. Have you seen him?
Yes,
okay.
I've seen him. Okay. We have Father Patch, a former BCW heavyweight champion. We have CD Cash, who has been with BCW for about a year now,
mm-hmm.
and has proven himself, and he has won matches. We have Marcus MD, who has been a very, very good competitor. He's won matches. He had a hell of a showing in the barn burner.
Yes, he did.
So I gave him another opportunity. Marty Snow was in there because Marty Snow has been on a win streak.
Yes, he has.
Now, I'm really not happy about the fact that the injury bug kind of got a hold of him, but he will be back.
He will. And now to add to that match, Brian Rage Rivera. This match just got a whole lot hotter. I don't know how many of you have seen Rage in the ring, but everybody in that match has got their work cut out for him now. This is a whole new variable.
And tell me that Brian Rage Rivera is not a good candidate for this match.
Oh, 100% he is. And this should concern our BCW champion Emilio Guzman just a little bit, because they have some long-standing history.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about this match. It's going to be really big and really, really fun to watch. Of course, we have another member of the Guerrilla Militia in Franco D'Angelo, the Gorilla King, if you will.
Yes.
Versus Oklahoma's favorite son, Boom Boom Brandon Groom. That's like saying it.
You like saying it?
I like saying it. Boom Boom Brandon Groom.
Well, all in all, this got started because after all of the things that happened at the end of Hot Blooded, Axel Savage and Franco D'Angelo had Damo McCullough bleeding, and Brandon Groom saw this and decided to come out there and save the day.
Yes.
And then took said bull rope with a cowbell and chased Franco D'Angelo out of the ring. Franco D'Angelo, not very happy about this
at all,
came to us and said, "This better be fixed." And that was the last time I talked to Franco. This better be fixed. I understand y'all have been doing some sort of correspondence, text, email, whatever.
We have been in contact, and this is the fix. His problem is with Brandon Groom coming to save the day, chasing him with the bull rope.
Well, I mean, in his mind, Brandon Groom stuck his nose where it didn't belong.
In guerrilla militia business. And so they get the opportunity to step in the ring one-on-one, but we've kind of upped the stakes a little bit on that, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
If you've been looking at the socials, you've seen that this is a qualifier match. And a lot of people have gotten a hold of me on socials and said, qualifier for what?
This is where I get to say, buy a ticket.
We do have a huge announcement at the show as to what this qualifier match pertains to. You're not going to want to miss it. It is awesome. It's going to be huge is the best word for it.
Yeah.
That brings us to our BCW heavyweight champion, Garrison Creed, along with the Country Devil, who may have slipped up just a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Creed was not happy about the situation.
He wasn't. Main event, Nathan Briggs, one of the few people I know that have ever out-talked and outsmarted the Country Devil.
Out-talked can be done. Outsmarted is mainly with the factor that we're looking at here.
Yes. So Nathan Briggs got the Country Devil to agree to this match, this championship match. The belt is on the line. BCW Heavyweight Championship on the line between Garrison Creed and Nathan Briggs. This is going to be... I love Nathan Briggs. He's a great dude. But did you see the promo from Garrison Creed?
Yes.
So he's going to have his work cut out for him. But I will say this. As big as Garrison Creed is, as good as he is in the ring, Nathan Briggs has been doing this a long time. He is a wily veteran.
Mm-hmm.
So I think some of that skill is going to be what kind of balances the power in this match.
Well, you've got Garrison Creed, who has a very big brain.
Yes.
And very big arms.
Yeah. Very big fists.
He is maniacal already. And we combine this with the Country Devil at ringside,
who is one of the wiliest out there.
So let's just say Nathan Briggs better put on his working boots.
I don't know, man. Like I'm saying, I think they both better bring a lunch because it's going to be a battle. It's good. It's like but Battle of the Titans going on here.
Here's a cool thing. I mean, not necessarily cool for us, but it's a cool thing for BCW. The winner of this goes to Oklahoma next month and faces the man known as the Suplex Cyclone. He's done his time in NWA television. Control Your Narrative. And that is Kurt Gannon.
Either one of these guys against Kurt Gannon.
So the Oklahoma crowd gets to view that. That's gonna be definitely a great show.
Yes, it is.
But we get to find out who that challenger or who the champion is going to be for that.
We're talking about championships. Should we get the titles back from the Guerrilla Militia, we'll get the opportunity to present them back to their proper owners, our BCW Old School Tag Team Champions, Nefarious.
Mm-hmm.
They will be in a match.
Yeah.
Against Certified Franchise.
Yes.
That being, of course, Draven Reeves and Mac the Franchise. These guys have had better chemistry than I thought they would when they got together. Certified Franchise has.
Yeah.
Like you just don't see it looking at them, but their chemistry is off the charts.
Mm-hmm.
But Nefarious, they win matches. They know each other well enough to finish each other's moves, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to this match. I'm looking forward to seeing how this match comes together. I'm looking forward to see what kind of tricks Nefarious has up their sleeves and what kind of answers Certified Franchise has for them.
Okay.
That's also gonna be a great match. We talked about the Country Devil. He's gonna be in attendance. Axel Savage is gonna be in attendance. Jesse the Kid James is gonna be in attendance. And of course, because why wouldn't he be? He's my team. He'll be in attendance.
Well, the way I'm looking at it, if that's the only 2 guerrilla militia members, then at least you may have a 3-on-2.
Fair. We won't find that out until Saturday. See who shows up.
I'm deeply regretting the initial contract that I made with Big Said, and made it to where the contract was an open as the guerrilla militia, not necessarily for any direct person.
Yeah, just the guerrilla militia in general.
So there's that.
We'll see what happens. Any way you slice it, this is going to be an amazing show. The matches we just ran through, every one of them main event caliber. And I personally can't wait. It's going to be a good show. If you're anywhere near the Levelland area, Levelland, Lubbock, Seminole, Seagraves, whatever. If you're anywhere near Levelland, get your tickets, bcwprowrestling.com. Doors are at 5:30, first bell's at 6:30, and it's just going to be banger match after banger match.
So, you can either get your tickets now for $15 for general admission, $8 for children, or day of, they're going to be $18 a piece for adult general admission and $10 for child's general admission, or you can attend the Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101
I was going next.
Invitational. And you attend the Invitational, we are going to honor the pre-sale price on the tickets.
And let's talk about this Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101 Invitational for a second. This is their second one, and we as BCW are lucky to have them work with us in this, so that we get to offer you as our fans an opportunity to see what the future of West Texas Pro Wrestling is going to look like, what it's shaping up to be. Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101, of course, a premier school in the Lubbock area.
Mm-hmm.
And the students going through there are learning from some of the very best.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at your coaches. You've got Phoenix, the American Tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
You've got our BCW Texas champion, Emilio Guzman, is one of the coaches. You've got Cholo, Cesar Torres, one of the coaches. You've got Ryan Rage Rivera is one of the coaches. Just those 4 right there.
And you never know that they have people that are established wrestlers and very good minds that are dropping in on a whim all the time.
Yes.
And teaching and dropping knowledge. So these kids are getting some good wrestling education.
And I've heard a couple of things. They're just rumored right now. I haven't spoken to any of the coaches to verify this, but I've heard that Draven Reeves may be involved in something there. Heard that Marcus MD may be involved in something there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's going to be an awesome chance to watch these students showcase what they're learning and what they can do in the BCW Texas ring. And I, for one, am excited as hell about it.
Very much so.
It's going to be good times. That has us at 9:26. So we're coming up on the last little bit of the show. Of course, we're going to talk more about this next week, but I do want to remind everybody that on September 20th, Lubbock, Texas, Jake's Backroom, Squared Circle Pro birthday. I've never been to a bad Squared Circle Pro show. I don't know what the hell Rick's doing. Like, I really don't. I don't know from one day to the next which Rick we're going to get. Okay. But I do know that regardless of which Rick we get, it's going to be a good show. It always is. So that's going down September 20th. Jake's Back Room, Lubbock, Texas. As it is 9:27, we got 3 minutes left. Mike Caldwell. To the people watching, the people listening, the wrestling world in general, final thoughts, my friend, the floor is yours.
All in all, I mean, Guapo said it very well to begin the program. Wrestling is an escape, and who knows what you got going on. You may have witnessed witnessed a car wreck, and that's weighing heavy on your mind, or you may end up having a deal where you arguing with your mom and dad or whatever. You can go to these shows, and at least for some time, you can get away from all the reality and all the crap that's going on, and be able to just enjoy yourself. So I encourage you, wherever you are, if you're in the West Texas area, please come and see us. If you're anywhere else, I can almost guarantee that we're going to have there is going to be some independent wrestling somewhere near you.
Guaranteed it's within 50 miles of you, anywhere you are.
I would say 100.
Yeah, that's true. There are some little towns out there. But yeah, I can't think of anywhere in America that if you don't travel 100 miles, you're going to find some form of independent wrestling.
And that's where the future of this industry is.
Every last one of the wrestlers that you cheer for on television right now, at some point, we're in an independent motion.
At least 90%.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some that make their way in, but most of your wrestlers, your LA Knights, your Ron Breakers, your
Breaker was an actual just come out of the performance center.
Well, I mean, he worked some in the indies, though.
Did he?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you have your Drew McIntyres, your Cody Rhodes that made it big and then made their way right back to the indies. Mm-hmm. Matt Cardona. So, I mean, you never know who you're going to see in independent wrestling. And to piggyback off of what you said, independent wrestling is at its hottest right now. It is. There's never been a better time than right now to be a fan of professional wrestling. Whether it's WWE, AEW, BCW, Squared Circle Pro, South Plains Championship Wrestling, it doesn't matter. If you are a fan of professional wrestling, there's no better time than right now. So I do encourage you, make your way out, watch some wrestling. Because I'm going to tell you right now, what you see on television doesn't touch what you can see live. There's just something about that live experience for professional wrestling that it just sets it over the edge. So I encourage all of you to get out and check out an independent wrestling show. If you're in our area, get to BCW this Saturday. Get to Squared Circle Pro next Saturday. Come check it out. You're going to enjoy it. I've said it 100 times. It's my drug. I'm ready for my next fix. It's going to be great. And I can't wait for Saturday.
Same.
It's going to be good stuff. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. I, of course, am Guapo. This is Mike Caldwell. We're going to be at the TMW Event Center on Saturday. We hope that you will be too. We'll be back here tomorrow night for the SmackDown. Watch along. Go check out the Discord if you haven't already. Make sure you're a part of that. Until next time, once again, I am the tutorial boss Guapo. That is the man, Mike Caldwell. We're not your average marks. We'll catch y'all next time. Yeah. Until next time. Boss